this business by accident. Because I actually lived in New York. I'm from New York, and then I moved here when I was 12.
Yeah.
And then I moved back when I was older, just because that's where I'm from. I just missed it. And then during the pandemic, my son needed open heart surgery. Yeah, so I worked at JP Morgan, and I had just got a new position as a banker finally. And my son always had a heart problem, and he needed to. They just kept watching it, but eventually his valve started leaking back into his heart. So they was just like, we need to fix it, because fixing a valve is much harder than fixing the hole. So we just hurried up and fixed it. But at the time, my back was killing me a lot. Like, I was going to the emergency room all the time because my back was killing me. So then once I found out he needed heart surgery, like, I found out I needed back surgery. So I'm like, okay, we're going to plan this right so I don't use my time or whatever. Okay. I want Papa to die.
Enormous.
I know. They kind of got cool cups. It's so crazy.
Yeah, they do. It's back surgery and heart surgery at the same time.
Yeah, but I worked at a regular job, so, you can't take that much time off. So I was just like, we're going to do it real quick. He has the heart surgery, and then immediately I have the back surgery. So he had his heart surgery. I came here to drop it off to his mom, my mom, and then his dad here. But then pandemic happened. So then I'm just like, okay, we're just going to wait. We're just going to stay in Michigan while the pandemic's happening, since we are locked down. It's fine. But then a week before my surgery, the doctor told me and said that they canceled all elective surgery. So my surgery is considered elective. But in my head, I'm like, it's not elective. Like, I literally was sitting there like, I'm going to crash my car so I can get surgery. That's what I was thinking. I was really like, if I crash this car enough to where it's really badly damaged, I will be able to get surgery.
Pain is like,
it was that bad.
That's bad.
Yeah, and I was taking a lot of pills, like a lot. And I told him, like, if I don't get this surgery soon, I'm going to go into liver failure, because this is not good.
Oh.
But whatever. And then just being here, I'm just like, okay, why am I in New York when I'm driving an hour and a half to work just because of traffic, and doing all this craziness just because of traffic, when being here was like, oh, pull into the driveway quick. 2 seconds to go from one side to town to the other. So I just sat here and I was just like, well, maybe I can do my esthetician stuff, because I had already started doing it sometimes. I would come here and visit my mom, and a lot of my old friends would see me posting about it in New York, and they were like, oh, whenever you come to Michigan, I will come get a facial. Or
you did, like, pop-ups?
Yeah, I would just do it. My mom has a front porch, but it's enclosed.
Oh.
So I would just do it in there. So this time I had bring my esthetician stuff again, and anytime I would come, I would make a lot of money, a couple $100s in that one day. So I was just like, maybe I should. But I just was like, no, I just always go back home. But then this last time, I was just like, maybe I should really think about moving here. And I was like, how am I going to keep doing it in my mom's house? Like, what if they have to go to the bathroom? So I'm just trying to find one little room and things like that. And I was looking on properties online. And then one of the guys was able to meet me. But then he offered me the whole suite. And I was just like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford the whole suite. But then he was like, you can rent it out. And I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. So then I just got the suite, and then I rented it out. And then during the whole pandemic, I was like going to visit the property, signing the lease, building the website, doing everything I can.
Did you need like a capital to do this?
I just used my own money. I was getting disability. Yeah, because I was away. So I got the New York has disability. So if the state will pay you. So I got, yeah, I know. They paid me for my son, and then they paid me they wouldn't pay me because my doctor had canceled it. So it wouldn't pay me for my part. Then I maxed out all of my PTO, vacation time, everything I could. And then Chase offered like a week pay of if you want to stay home, because I got that too. So I was out for a good little month. And then I got something else. Can't remember what it was. I got that as well. And then after that, I was just like, shoot, time is cutting down to where I'm going to have to go back to work. And I was trying to apply to some jobs here. I applied to almost every bank, and no one will hire me. Like, I think I got one actual, like, virtual interview, and I still didn't get that job. I was so mad. So I was just like, okay, maybe I should just do it.
Sometimes God is like, the door is staying shut.
Yeah, literally. Like, I was just like, there's no way that I'm willing to work during a pandemic. I have 3 years of experience. And no one will hire me. Like, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, my mom was just like, well, maybe you could just, work somewhere small and then just go back to banking. I was just like, I don't know, we'll see. But then I was building the business and whatever, and then I would post about it on my social media, and then like I would add more Lansing people, because I was like, most of my social media is New York people. So I was like, I gotta get more Lansing people. So I got more Lansing people, and I would post about it. I'm like, opening soon. People were like, oh, let me know when opening. So I would write their name down, like, okay, she wants to know. So I would write it down, like, okay, she's gonna. So when I open, I can just rewrite them and like, hey, we're open now.
So you did. You like direct marketing.
Yeah, I did. I wrote their name down, but I didn't think about like newsletter at the time. I was just like, it's on Facebook. So I was like, I remember their first and last name. I'll write it like that. And then when I was about to open, I would say, hey, we're opening this Saturday. You can book right now, and I send them a link. And I did that to a whole bunch of people. And yeah, people, first month after opening, people was just like going crazy. And I would just post my content, and it was crazy.
Were you posting then?
I post every single day, a few times a day, especially on my story. I think story posting is the most, because that's what most people are just like clicking through.
Really?
And then they see the, they're clicking through and they see something interesting, then they'll stop and actually watch it.
That's true.
So I just use my story. Like even right now on my Instagram, we get 200 people to view the story. But like 2-3 likes on the actual post. So
you can keep the story on the highlights.
exactly,
Right,
yep. So I constantly post my story all the time. That's like my main thing. But I was posting as much as I can. What else was I doing? I'm trying to think. I was definitely building up my email marketing and stuff like that.
What do you use for that? MailChimp or Klaviyo?
No, so at the time, I was used to online booking, and I wanted to have a booking system that did everything. So I'd use Vagaro. Yep.
Smart.
Because I had already had a spot in New York at the time, and I knew some of the mistakes, and I was just like, okay, we need a booking system that can do the email marketing, that would do the online booking, that would take deposits. Like I had a list of stuff that I was like, had to do it, and that one had it, so I chose that one.
That's so smart.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, so do you have any like offers you're giving people to sign up for your email list?
So right now on my website, I have a pop-up thing that says save 10% off. 10% is nothing, but it's a discount. 10% off, and then just put your email in. It's the first pop-up. And then I think I have it at the bottom as well. So if they exit out of it, they can do it as well. I also have it on, what else do I have it on? So I definitely have it on pop-up on the website. I do that pop-ups. I grab their email, try to grab their email as much as possible. Any event we go to, I try to grab emails.
Tell me about events. When are you?
Oh,
Yeah.
So at first when I went to my first pop-ups, I was trying to sell services, but people want to buy stuff, so then I started adding product.
Did you white label stuff?
Yeah, so I have someone else who I buy from Fair One.
I just want to like cry. I don't know why. I'm just like so I just like inspired by all of this.
I just learn from mistakes, and like when I say I spend all night researching business stuff, that's what I do. Like I watch other people. Like I learned about email marketing. Like I have like 5,000 people in my email marketing. Yeah, I grab emails as much. If someone walks into my shop, I try to get their name and number, even if we can't take them. Like, oh, just give me your email number. If they call, let me get your email number. Like, I need to get these people, because you may not get it right now, but if I email it a few times, you're gonna eventually buy.
I don't even know what to say in the emails.
I look at. I'm not that great. I want to say I'm perfect, but I look at what I get. Look at what you get. That's what I sign up for. I have Ulta, I have Sephora, I have all the stuff that's in my industry, and I don't look at smaller businesses. I look at bigger businesses.
Brands.
Yeah. So even Target, Walmart, anything I get, like I have a lot of emails. So I go through. I'm like, what grabs my attention? Emojis is the first thing that grabs my attention. That's all I put in the header. Deals, like one. Oh, I'm gonna show you this one. I sent this to someone. I was like, this literally made me want to open immediately. I saw this in my thing. It said, forward this to your future fiance. And I was like, this is the first thing. I only saw that part. And I was like, that made me open that meeting. I'm like, what am I forwarding? And then it's about rings. I'm like, smart.
Yeah.
So stuff that makes me want to open it, that's what I'm doing. Exactly. So I was just like,
Spectacular.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, oh, perfect. So I do stuff that what grabs my attention, because I am my market's between 18 and 34.
Same.
Yeah, so that's me. So I'm like, what do I like to do? So,
So how often are you sending them out?
When I first started, I think I was sending out a lot.
Really?
But now I'm down like 2 or 3 times a week.
Gosh. And do you design them yourself?
So now we switched to Square.
Okay.
So Square has email marketing. They have automated ones, and they have like Square Assistant that can text you and say, hey, you've had new people to sign up. This would be a great time to send an email. Yeah.
I wonder if MailChimp has that.
MailChimp? I don't know. I haven't used MailChip in a long
People
time.
don't love it.
Yeah, I didn't love it at that. I felt like it was just too complicated and just too much. What do you sell? Or do you sell anything?
Yeah, so the you hit me up.
I know how to look I had tried to look at it.
Oh, well, so having come from selling insurance, it's a soft sell. It's like take a long time to build a relationship with somebody,
Yes.
and when they think they need insurance, they call you.
Yes.
So like I'm really not used to this like
Okay.
product last thing, and it's
Yeah.
just like I think I got to get out of my own head about it.
Okay.
You know? But yeah, so the boxes like, and like they look like this. They're that
Okay.
size, and I I have a ton of different things in them. This is just one example.
Okay.
That are in them, but I also buy a lot from Fair.
Oh, okay,
A ton, yeah.
I know.
And
Love
so
Fair.
it's always like one piece of chocolate, and then so that's like an example of like. I thought this video was gonna go viral. I got like 200 views. I mean, it's
I
just-
know the stuff you think is gonna go viral
Never
doesn't.
does.
The ones
No.
that's not the best goes viral.
It really does, yeah. I just want you to see this so that you can kind of know like what the products are like that I put in there, and this will tell you kind of more about my actual business, I guess. But the whole idea is that like women suffer too much through thankless periods. Their period should be better, but they
Right.
also should be able to appreciate themselves and
Right.
get the support that they need. So, in addition to having actual products in the box, I'm starting to work on curating advice from like doctors that I can include. So it's all like organic, all good for you stuff. I have 3 different price points.
Okay.
This one is the 40, like if including shipping, like $45. And then every month, I send out the same package to everybody, but it changes like every 3 weeks. 'Cause
Okay.
you have periods of 28 days, you know. So yeah, they all look like this, basically. Different.
Okay.
Like, I did
Question. So, what are your colors? Your colors purple.
they're like a lavender.
Lavender.
and
Okay.
gray.
So why don't you
Yeah.
use lavender paper in there instead of the brown?
That's
Is it
a-
cheaper?
It is cheaper.
Oh, I
to do the
figured.
brown. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I love the lavender paper idea.
Yeah. Because one thing I know about that is like, I probably don't watch football because I don't watch football either. But you know Deion Sanders, Coach Prime.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to pay attention to him. Like he teaches you literally, like every business owner needs to pay attention to him. If you ever watch any interview he does, he always has Coach Colorado University hat, shirt on, no matter what the interview is. He doesn't wear anything else. So when it comes to like your business, you have to be everything. Like your phone case should be it, whether it's the colors or anything like. Anytime I go to any of the like speaking events or Lancer Chamber, I'm always gonna have something pink on because I need you to remember me. Just like
pink is your color.
Yeah, exactly. Just like T-Mobile is pink,
Interesting.
Walmart is blue. Like we know their colors, and we don't even think twice about it. And that's what you need to make your people be just like that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, like so anything like that, it should be pink.
that's
Even like I'll show you my Skin Studio products. Is this no? This is East Lansing. So our Skin Studio products, they're pink,
Oh.
even all pink. And then anything
Cute.
else, obviously, even the social media, like even the tips I give you, the background is gonna be pink.
How do I not have you on Skin Studio? And what's the 211 about?
Oh, so 211 is my grandma. My grandma who actually raised me. Her birthday was 211. She passed away. So I did 211. Yeah.
That was like another story there.
Yeah, exactly. Whole another
Our skin
story.
receives all the love.
Yep.
That is beautiful. Oh my god.
So everything is always pink. Even I have my shirt on today. It's Waxing Wednesday. Because people would stop you and be like, "Oh, what's that?"
about?
Yeah.
What is that?
And that's just some of the things I learned from like watching people.
Did you make this yourself?
No, someone else did. But I was like, it's pink. I need to
Yes,
grab that.
cute.
Yep.
Sure.
Any of my marketing and my flyers always gonna be pink. Pop-ups definitely gonna be pink. Like I'm pinked out. Like
You are pinked out. You are
Sure.
amazing. So Green Envy is your
is the company I
brand?
use. Yup. And then I go to Fair, but I go through Fair and I find private label. So it comes with a no label on it, and I put my own label on it.
you.
Yup. And I don't know if you're into Alibaba, but I've been using Alibaba lately, and it takes longer to come, but you're getting directly instead of going through Fair to someone else. You're getting directly from the wholesaler or person, and it comes with no label. So
Are you able to find things that have like a lower volume minimum requirement?
yeah, you can ask them. You actually talk to them.
I ordered my boxes from them and I was happy with it. The thing is that because of like I'm selling to women, people just expect that everything in the boxes are made by women.
Oh,
So like
okay,
what's
okay.
happening is I'm kind of getting pushed into this like fair trade, organic, like women-owned business product line situation, which is awesome, but also the margins are not as good.
Yeah,
A
no.
lot more expensive.
Because if they're hair making, it's like, really expensive for sure. So, but to me, I can see that. But at the same time, eventually it's not going to be that way because pretend these boxes are you sending out 100 a day. No one's hand making that. You're going to have to go through a factory or something like that. So it's going to be harder. They're buying from a woman-owned business. You can market it that way. Versus like everything in it is woman-owned business.
I didn't think about the supplier's capacity to create a product.
Yeah, because I have we have our Yoni Care products, which is by someone, but her capacity is gonna be only so long too. If we keep growing, you're not gonna be able to produce 500 in a day or as fast as I need it. And then because issues like if you need something immediately, you're going off their time, not like a factory. You can literally call them like, hey, I need it by tomorrow. Sure, no problem. But when I'm talking to her, she's like, oh, I can't. Or I have to order the bottles that you need. It becomes complicated when you're dealing with another person.
Occurred to me.
Yeah.
Because my margins of my volume are so low. I mean, I started in April, so like,
Okay.
I'm like, I need to acquire customers.
Exactly.
But I didn't think about that.
I try to think ahead. I don't think small. I think, yeah, I think Target. I'm like, what is Target doing? Yeah.
Definitely not thinking
No, I've never thought small because, like, I mean, my competition is the other small businesses here, but where I'm trying to go is these bigger businesses. So I got to think 10 years ahead. Like, okay, when I have 50 stores, are you going to be able to produce this Yoni oil? Probably not. Or in 10 years, will you still be doing this? Probably not. That's your business, you know. So it could be one of those things. I mean, they're buying from a woman-owned business versus everything in it. But then if you're private labeling as well, it's your product.
Yeah, I mean, as an insurance agent, it makes me nervous.
Why?
The liability of all of it. Of like, okay, if there's a recall, my name's on this product.
But that's with anything. That's literally anything. Like the like baby stuff is always recalled on.
Yeah, true.
That is all. Everything gets recalled on. It's nothing you can do about that. So, yeah, if that's the case, no one will start to have a business because everything will eventually, the food we eat. We can't help it. Like, how many times have they recalled eggs or recall meats because something? There's nothing we can do about that.
And that would create like a stronger brand recognition too.
Yeah, and it's not like the chocolate, I can see why, maybe, because it's something you're actually tasting. But product-wise, not really. Unless when they buy the product, at the end they have like a little, I read the terms and conditions that says that we are not liable if you have an allergic reaction, XYZ, and they check that off and then they check out, then you're not liable because they accepted it.
The kind of one of the angles that I'm selling is every month these products change. So like I'm sourcing like 1 month will be tea and bath salts and a candle. And the next month is like a facial mist and bamboo pads and something else. So it's not like I'm needing like 1,000 of the same thing every single month. It always changes, and it's a little bit of a chicken and the egg thing.
I was gonna say it's harder to constantly change than it is keep consistent. If you think about any brand, they keep everything the same, but they change out one product. Like Insomnia Cookie, they have one cookie that is not the same, but they have their standard stuff. So like you said, the chocolate is always in there. So chocolate can be your standard. And I would survey the people who buy your boxes. Do you enjoy different things?
They do.
Or would you like to have, what are some things that you would like to consistently have? Ask that question instead. Because it's like maybe they want the tea every month. Maybe they want the tea, chocolate, the mist every month. And then maybe one new product. Or you can have, these are the consistent boxes that you can get on subscription. And for an additional cost, you can purchase this box that has different things. You do that way. It's be easier on you that way because, again, 10, 20 years from now, are you really going to be able to order different stuff every month, then you're gonna have a lot of stuff left over all the time.
Yeah, and then I sell those things on Etsy as like gift boxes.
Oh, okay.
It's
See,
like, it works fine little, but it's
little.
not scalable.
No, it's not, because then
Yeah.
stuff expire. What if even on Etsy, some people don't want to buy, and then they just gotta throw money away, you know? So I would do something like that, maybe alternate in one product, or you can market it this way, where it's like these 3 products are standard. You get this, and this all the time, and then you get a mystery item. Because people love mystery. They want to know what that is. They're gonna buy it because they want to know what it is.
That's interesting.
Yup, a mystery item. 'Cause I'm like, and then you can kind of, the whole time leading up to the next month, your content can be like, guess what the product is. Whoever guesses the right product
It's a free box.
gets a free box, and then you're giving them tips each month. So if it's a facial mist, hydrate your skin, blah blah blah. But that can be a moisturizer. That can be anything. That can be lotion.
You need to be on like so many projects.
Okay. I do better one-on-one. I don't know why. Like, if I know your business, I can give you so much marketing things. It's ridiculous. But
There's a cool podcast called Young and Profiting. I just
Young
started
and
watching or listening to.
I love podcasts.
I do too. And she's got some really like heavy hitting guests. I actually think that you would be able to help more than they can help you. But it's
I just wanted
cute.
it.
It's cute though. She's really sweet, and she's got like so many like email marketers on there. She always has a guest on her who's
Okay.
like highly successful with
Oh,
whatever
good.
it is that they're doing, and kind of explains like their secret.
And
sauce.
that's literally everything I do. Like,
Really?
I don't watch TV. I don't really listen to music. Like, when I'm doing facials, I'm listening to a Deion Sanders podcast.
Really? He has
Like,
a podcast too?
yes, no, he doesn't have a podcast, but I'll listen to a lot of podcasts about that. I'm always wearing my headphones and I'm listening to something else because I'm constantly jumping my
putting
head.
it in you.
Yeah, I don't. You have to be obsessed with it. I'm
Huh.
obsessed with it. So yeah, yep.
Interesting. So how does your son play into all of this?
He helps me right now with like today I was making a flyer. He was like, "Mommy, what are you doing?" He was like, "I'm making a flyer." He's like, "I want to hand out flyers." He's the outgoing person. I'm not really an outgoing. I'm an introvert, but you leverage him because I'll take him to pop-ups, and then I said I'll give you $20 if you hand out all these flyers. And I said only girls. He said, "Why not the boys?" I said because mommy doesn't service the boys. So I do the girls, and he'll hand out all of them, every single one of them. Exactly. He's a little small little baby, and he has the best time. They don't say no to him because he's a kid. So I leverage what I have.
What pop-ups are you going to? What events?
So when I first started, I went to every single pop-up I can find. Like probably almost every other day I was at a pop-up.
And how do you find it?
Honestly, you can just on Facebook. That's the best way. Summertime is the best time because it's almost every weekend it's a pop-up. So you can post in Facebook groups and say, hey, any pop-up. It's getting a little colder, so it's not too many, but if there's an event, bridal. Oh, yours might be a good one for bridal. Because in the wintertime, it's more bridal expos, so you can go to those. But eventually, after you start trying to look for it, being intentional with look for it, social media is going to constantly just pop up.
Pop-ups near me.
Yeah, exactly, literally.
Interesting.
Yep. I literally just use pop-ups like crazy. Now I don't go to as many because I never really make money at those events. I just use it to grab the contact information. I just use it for that.
That's worth it.
Yes, that's worth it to me because if there's an event with, 1,000 people and I can get 300 contacts or 100 contacts, that was worth it to me because now I'm gonna shoot an email. At least one or two of them is gonna book. Like it's gonna be very low, but at least in the first week of me sending one out, at least one or two is gonna book. Then I keep sending out. If they see it 7 times, they're gonna eventually buy. So I do leverage it for that. But I don't really make money. I don't really know how. I don't have the things that people want to buy. I mean, I have skincare products and stuff like that. But people look for more homemade products, like your boxes. You actually made those boxes. So you might do really well with those. And then setting it up and putting the stuff back is a lot of work because you bring a lot of stuff. And I don't enjoy that.
Well, and the chocolate melted.
Yes, see? Exactly.
I couldn't have known. I mean, actually, I did bring chocolate on ice to swap out, and that was really smart. But,
Oh, see? But you learn each time. Yeah, but you learn each time because you're going to waste product. You're like, let's not do that again.
Right,
and just keep doing it each time. And then each time you're like, okay. Then when you're walking around and you see other people who either have similar things, like you might find a person that has a chocolate table and you can just go up to them, you can talk to them and just ask them how they do it. Or you can just watch what they're doing. Like, buy something. Are they getting it from the freezer? Or like, I pay attention to those tables. I'm like, okay. I know what to do next time. Like, I'll go home. Like, I think the first pop-up, I got everything from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree plastic tablecloth, Dollar Tree everything. After the first pop up, I saw other people. I'm like, okay, I need a banner. I write in my notes to start. I was like, oh, okay, we need all this. So then the next pop up, had that stuff, and I upped the game. And each time I just add more and more stuff, and I'm like, okay, now I have standard stuff. So
that's so cool. Let's talk about business plans.
Yep.
So when you started, you did not see any of this coming.
No, I didn't.
Right. And so when did you like, oh, I need a business plan?
When I got into Leap.
When you got into Leap. Okay.
Yeah.
How did Leap help you?
Leap helped me by building. When I got to Leap One and All, I knew I needed a business plan because when I applied to, I think Case Credit Union's $1,000 grant, and I actually got that one. But it said on the thing you need a business plan, so I Googled business plan. It told me the things, and I was just literally, spent 3 hours literally typing it up to right before it was due. And then I was like, this is not a good business plan because mine is only 3 pages. So then when I got into Leap, I was like, they was like, well, what do you want to work on? I was like, I really want to work on this business plan because I know it needs to be more, but I just don't understand it. And each week she literally did section by section of the business plan. And then by the end of the program, I had a whole business plan. It's like, oh, now I think my business plan is 10 pages. I'm like, oh, okay, it's supposed to be, I don't like something good.
Able to project goals. That's what I don't understand about this. Like, how can you possibly have known at the beginning what goals you would project?
Oh, so I didn't know. So it constantly changes. That's why they say we got to update it. Because I think my first business plan, what did I say I wanted to do? I don't know. Oh, I think I wanted to be a one-stop shop because I had the rooms rented out. Oh, okay. So I had a lot of rooms. So that was my first business plan. It's like, okay, I want to have a place where you can get all services done in one place.
Okay.
After a while having it, I'm like, oh, this is a lot of work because now it's other businesses, customers, and then I have men in here, and it just became a mess. And I was just like, no. So then I wanted to be in a storefront, and I'm like, okay, how am I gonna be in a storefront but a one-stop shop? So once I got into my storefront, I was like, oh, maybe I want to add a nail person. But then I was like, no, because the smell of nail, that smells so strong. And I could not, no. I was like, that was too strong. So I was like, that's not going to work. So I'm like,
Did you actually just get there to the point where it was in the studio?
So I had it in my one-stop shop first before I moved to my storefront. So when I moved to my storefront and I was trying to find a nail person, I was just like, yeah, this is just not going to work. It's just, that smell is going to be too strong. Yeah, it's just not going to work. And then just, just being an esthetician, then I'm like, okay, well, this would be cool. And then I'm listening to my clients who came from literally MSU to come over here to the West Side. I was like, yeah, there's nothing over here. This is why we come over here. And I'm like, oh, I'm wondering why people do it. I'm just researching. I'm like, yeah, there's literally nothing over in downtown right across from campus or close for these people. So I said, let me just do it. So I just did it. And then boom, now we have that one. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
How are you running two at the same time?
So my West Lansing one, my first one, so I've had that for 3 years. And I don't have the same team. I have one girl that's been here with me over 2 years now. And the rest of them have been a year. And then I have a couple new girls. And I think that one is already established to go, so I don't have to really worry about it. And then I just matched that with East Lansing.
And how did you do this in such a way that it wasn't that people wanted Lauren doing their services?
I know that's hard. It is still hard to now. Like, I have clients who will not go. Will not. But what worked for me is when I left West Lansing, East Lansing, people don't want to travel, which doesn't make any sense because it's not even 10 minutes. Yeah, they don't want to do it. So I'm letting them know, like, you can try this other girl. Like, you're going to have to. And then they try to, oh, she's actually good. I'm like, I've been trying to tell you this for the long time. I'm not putting you with someone that's terrible. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, you just have to give her a try. Or, if you don't like it, it's okay. We'll fix it and then try it again. But she has to get used to you as well. It's like a relationship, So I think that's the easiest way. Mm-hmm. And then I thought about like, oh, maybe I split my time between two. But then I was like, no, because if I do that, then they'll never go away from me. So I stay I said I'm just completely at East Lansing. So then when I open my next one, I don't know if I'll say East Lansing, but then I'll go to the other one. But when I go to pop-ups and people are like, oh yeah, I want to book, I'm like, yeah, book with so-and-so, she's the best. Like, I'm pushing them off of me. Like, I would tell my team I'm not here, because even if I'm there at work, people want to talk to me. I'm like, I'm not here. Don't even tell them when I'm talking. I'm like whispering. I don't want people to know because they want to talk to me. I'm like, no, Lauren's not here.
Not mentally.
Yeah, it's not available. No. So I try to do stuff like that. Like, you have to be attention. Even when I answer the phone, when my receptionist is gone, I'll say, this is Skin Studio. And then they're like, who I'm speaking? I'm like, oh, Jasmine. I'll make up some date because if I say Lauren, they're like, oh, Lauren, I meant to say it. And I'm like, oh, okay. Even when I email, if I'm emailing from the like main Skin Studio page,
like the info
I say yep, and I say thank you for calling, thank you for contacting Skin Studio. How may we service you? I don't say I don't say me. I don't put no nothing like.
Clever.
Yeah, you have to put yourself out of it. You're not here. Yeah, so if you're talking to someone and say yeah, even if it's just a team of you, I did this even when it was just me. I always spoke as we, us. Thank you for contacting us. It's literally just one.
Yeah, I do that too.
Like, it's just one. I'm like, oh, yeah, just contact my receptionist. I am the receptionist. But I try to do it that it's better to train them now than it is to wait till later because then they're like, oh, I never had to do this. Like, I know, but still, even like my Facebook, because I build it off Facebook with, you know, my clients. A lot of them got used to inboxing me, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, so just
so
send it.
unreliable, right?
I know.
Get missed, yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, yeah, just, you know, that time is available. Just text my receptionist, and she'll handle it. I'm always pushing them to go that way. Even when they inbox us on Instagram. Like, oh, yeah, we have this available, but can you book online or contact our receptionist? You can call and text. So copy this message and just send it to her, but we don't do it. Yeah, they do it. Yep, or I just take a long time to respond. I take like a week to respond. I'm like, oh, I forgot. She was like, oh, I got it handled perfect. Because if you really want the appointment, you're going to go and get it, you know? Yeah, so you just have to tailor them to the right places. Yeah, it's stressful because... Yeah.
Because you don't want to lose the...
I know, I'm like, I'm trying not to be this way, but...
it's also expensive, you know, like both ways.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, and I've made a mistake of like, you know, they inbox me. I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. But I'm at a service, forget to put it in. Or I put the wrong time in, and I'm like, and I literally tell them, like, I'm so sorry. This is why I don't accept messages. And I think they learn from that, like, let's not do that again. Like, nope. So if they inbox me again, even after, I'm like, no, just text them. Remember what happened last time? They're like, oh, yeah, exactly. So we're going to make sure we're never going to have to do this, yo.
How do you project your product now? You kind of are able to because your product purchases, because you kind of know your customer flow a little bit. Were you kind of guessing at the beginning though? Like, how much serums do I need really?
Yeah, so I was. I feel like I still am. Okay. I know some people do like the drop shipment. I don't know how to do that because people want things now, especially after COVID. I feel like with Amazon 2-day shipping or 1-day shipping, they want it right now. They're not going to drop ship, not at all. So for me, I personally try to have at least one or two. I'm very small, one or two, and I push it really hard. I'm like, oh yeah, you need this. I always tell my team, find a problem and find a service or product here that can fix the solution. Because if you find the problem and then if they say no, like, oh, I thought you said this was an issue, so why aren't you trying to fix the issue? Like, it's like you present a problem, but then you don't want to fix it. That doesn't even make sense. So then they feel bad. And it's like, oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Exactly. So just get it. And then if they don't want to get it right now, bring that problem up again next time. Like you said, there's a problem, but you don't want to buy it. I'm not understanding. Or you don't want to do the service. So the problem is going to get the sale to me. Yeah.
Sounds like projecting confidence has really worked for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we try to be, I think relationships works better for us. Because we know our clients. I try to get them to, like, know their name or know something about them. You know, if they're asking about their kids and their lifestyle, when they come in the next time, try to remember that. So, you know, if they went on vacation, next time when they come back, even if it's a month or two, how was your vacation? And they're like, wow, you remember that? Yeah. I'm like, I've always been that way because I worked at Buffalo Wings. And, you know, you see your regulars, so you got to remember stuff like that. So I won't remember your name, but I will remember where we met or a conversation. It's so weird. So I try to tell them to do the same thing. I'm like, and then on our book system, have like customer notes that we can put. I'm like, if you can't remember, put a note in there. So every time you have a client, go to that customer, see if you remember, and then just mention it. If they have a dog, it's like, oh, dog, 3 kids, a vacation next month. And boom, they're able to build the confidence. Yeah.
Can I ask your brain about this?
Yeah.
I love that you were talking about, like, you saw down the road a scaling issue with what I'm doing right now, which is really helpful. Talk to me about personalizing, because I think that people expect, like, subscription boxes to be very personal, right? Like, they're gonna fill out a style profile out, and you know, like, they want it to be like tailored to them or whatever. And I'm not sure what to do about that, because I think that if I did that, that could be enticing to people.
It could be,
you
yeah.
know? But then, like, I'm gonna be ordering like 6 teas.
Right.
You know, like, it's I don't have the volume yet to really to do that. How would you approach making a decision with that?
So one that I'm thinking that first came to mind was like cards with the boxes that you're handwriting that says,
I
okay,
put what's in them and like who makes them.
not that, but just
Oh.
what it says, like if I bought a box, say, hi Lauren, thank you for buying this box. We appreciate your business, and then you're signing it. So it's a personal card, and especially if it's handwritten each time, and you can change it up if you want, but that's a lot. But you can do it that way. I know people love that because it's like I got a box, especially subscription box. You don't really get anything tailored, so that's weird that they want it, but they think that because you're a small business, they expect it. You can do it that way. You can also have what system do you use?
What system? Oh, WooCommerce?
Yeah,
My, like,
e-com-
platform?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's WooCommerce. Not
Oh,
Shopify.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
WooCommerce, I don't know much about them, honestly. You can see if they have it where, can they log in to see all the past purchases?
All the what?
All the past purchases?
So that's interesting. I don't have like
A sign in or anything?
No, they have logins and they can see their purchases, but the purchases don't have details about products inside. Because
Okay.
the boxes are different every month.
That's fine, but I think you can be able to have a survey. So if they fill out a survey, it will go to their profile. So now, if you see, I don't know, you like me, if you see Lauren purchases come from the next box, you can tailor something in there. Like, okay, if she likes shopping at Target, maybe getting a $5 Target card or Starbucks card, you should be able to do a survey or something like that that they can fill out. And you can send in a newsletter. That's a newsletter thing. Like, hey, we would like to know more about you. And they're like, click the survey, and then it's just say their first name, last name, like 3 questions that's about them. Where do you drink coffee? Where do you like to get coffee? What dates do you get? And then just things that's personable so that if you see their name come up, you'll be able to do that.
So what about the acquiring new customers, like customers that I don't know that are going to my website?
Mm-hmm.
What, like how could I don't know. I feel like I have to make a decision between just spending more on products so that I have the ability to like put a peanut-free snack in or whatever, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But so it's like kind of like putting more upfront money into it, really.
So to acquire new customers, the first thing is that you can do is one, the pop up that says, put your information, get it or something. But 2, you have to give them something free to get them to want to buy again. Because if you think about Costco, you go to Costco, they give you a free sample. You buy that. You never thought about buying this, vegan anything, but it tastes so good. Now you want some. So for me, I have new client deals, which is half off as well. So half off the first service. Yes, and you do a loss leader. So a loss leader is something that does not cost a lot of money for you to do. So for us, it's waxing because the sticks are like a penny. The wax are pennies. So us discounting half off isn't really costing us any. But then I get them half off. Now they're coming back because we did a good job. So I always say that first appointment is everything. So you need to do as much as possible.
You have to delight them their first round.
Yes, you have to. If you go anywhere, and pretty much almost any store has like that first initial offer. Like I do Ulta, Sephora, all that other stuff. So Ulta, European Wax Center, First Wax. It says like if you go to their store in Eastwood, it says like first wax free, stuff like that. And that's a free underarm wax. That's 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds, and it doesn't cost us really anything. So you're penny. Yeah, but you're giving them a good experience. So you can do something like that. First box free, but doesn't have to be like all that stuff in it. It could be something like little samples.
Yeah, even just like a free gift.
Yeah,
like
a free gift. Yeah, exactly. You do want to keep the box thing though, for the simple fact that that's your brand. You give out period boxes, so that's what you need to keep. So you can do like little samples. You can get smaller boxes, like half the size, and then it just little samples. You can try to find. So one of the skincare companies that I used to have, every time you buy a full size something, they give you a little sample of it. So we used to have like hundreds of these little sample things. So around Christmas time, we put them in little small boxes. It was like this band, put this in there, and right. So you can find a brand that does that for you. Like if you buy a big chocolate, they'll give you a small one free. They don't have to do it every product, but if they give samples, you can even ask them like, hey, do you give samples out? I spend a lot of money with you. Do you give samples out? If they say yes, boom, then you can use them smaller samples to entice your new clients. You can, you can try to find any way that gets free sample. So that makes it a lot easier, and things like that. You got to give them something, or if you buy your first box, you get something really nice, a free mug. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something
Yeah.
really big. But you know your customers better than I would, so.
Something that's light, so it's not expensive to ship.
Exactly.
It's like $7 a box.
See, yeah. That's, or even something that's big that you can fit in that box with the other stuff that's light. Exactly. So you're not paying for this and this. It's like already in here. It doesn't really cost us anything but that product, you know. I'm trying to think.
Smart.
Yeah, you have that
I'm
type
so
stuff.
focused on like being profitable right away. Just, and not even because I needed to. It's just like, I think a pride thing. Like, I'm not going to be that business owner that just like spends $20,000 and doesn't make money for a year. It's not going to be me. And so I structured this so that I'm immediately making money, and it's good.
Yeah.
But it also, I think, has like almost made me afraid to spend more than I'm making. And you have to spend money to make money.
Absolutely.
Right?
But you got to do it right. So what I'm about to implement is like what Mary Kay does, because I want to sell more products. I spend my goal my whole year sell more products, because our service is here, but our products is like non-existent, literally. So what I'm doing is Mary Kay. So one of the things they do is they offer free facial parties. Have you been to Mary Kay? Free? Okay, it's not really a facial party at all. It's you're doing your own facial and you're using their products.
Oh, no,
Yeah. And then you end up liking something, so then they give you a big discount at the end to buy it. That's what I'm doing this Sunday. I'm doing the same marketing, but our product is actually really good. So come for a free product, facial product. It doesn't cost anything. You do the service. You're gonna like these products, I know for a fact. And then I give you a big discount. You want to buy anything full size, we can get this. You can do something like that. It's you have boxes, but you can, you know, explain why they should have these products. It'd be better if you have the same consistent products, because then it's just like the consistent products is gonna want to make them get the sale versus, and then you get this mystery product, and then after a while to have so many mystery products, it gotta be really nice mystery products. So it's like, oh dang, I really want to get this one thing, but they don't know what it is. You have to make it really, if you make it mysterious, people want to know. People have FOMO, fear of missing out, so they want to know what that is.
It's also really hard, just from like an inventory perspective, to add like on the Facebook store and the WooCommerce store, like how to explain and sell a product that nobody knows what's inside. So like my customers right now really like this surprise every month, but the people who buy from me are people who know me already and they trust me.
Yes.
Other people don't know me.
I would have known it, because that's why if you consistently have 3 products, the chocolate, the tea, I don't know, one more third products, and then
Bath salts or something.
yeah, exactly. So then on your website you have a question mark, and then like this mystery product is, and then you can give little tips, and like you're marketing the whole month or the last week, you'll be like, it does this, what is this, and like that's how to make people, one, engage in your content, 2, you can say, you know, guess a product and tag a friend, boom, get more followers, more people to pay attention. Like, guess the mystery product is XYZ. You can do that the day before. That gives all the tips, all the clues or whatever, and then comment what you think the product is. You'll get a free box and tag a friend for double entries. So each time you tag a friend, it's more entries, and then the next day you can do another post that says like, the mystery product is this facial bright mist, and we're gonna do a raffle. These are people who want it. Then you can show their name. It's like a whole big production, but it's really nothing, and you're only doing that at the end of the month.
Like
for the next
seems
one.
like a big production, but it's really not.
It's really
know,
not.
that's my
Because if you do a Facebook Live or Instagram Live, people are going to look forward to it. And if you do it at the same time at the end of every month, people are going to look for it. And then that's how you get people constantly going to your page and stuff like that, guessing what the product is. And then they're tagging people. So they're doing the work of getting new clients for you than someone else. And things like that. So then eventually, maybe you'll have 50 people who get tagged. 3 of them may follow. Then the next month, them 3 people see it again. Now you have 53 people tagging people. And then you get like 2 more. Then it just keeps adding up. And you stay consistent, it's going to become a big thing. Because then people are going to talk about like, oh, she has a mystery product. We're trying to figure out what it is. You can get something local too. People love local.
Well, speaking of that, do you do any wholesale selling? It might be hard for you with your products.
Well, it depends on what it is. I don't do wholesale. I buy wholesale from wholesale. I would tell you where to get it from.
No, but I would love to have some studios label on any of
Oh,
these
okay,
things.
yeah.
So I can spend I have one anchor product is like $8. And
Okay.
then the other ones, I need like 2 or 3 other things that are like between $2 and $4.
Okay.
So if you have anything in that,
I have to think.
or like samples,
Dang.
you could charge me for that too. It'd be fine. I need like 15 a month. It's not like a lot.
15? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm about to look what I have. I can't even
tell me, or
think.
just, like,
'Cause we have
think about
50 products. And you're looking for stuff that's like kind of period wise.
I mean, not really. Exactly.
Okay.
It's really much more about like the moral support and like the ritual of like self-care is not just about what kind of pad you buy.
Okay.
And so face stuff, like when you have, you know, like you're breaking out, you're feeling gross, so like a face mask, like a single-use face mask
Okay.
is good.
Okay.
But, like,
I'm gonna have to when I go to my studio. I'm gonna have to. I'll let you know exactly what we have.
and we plan in advance, so even if it's like a sunscreen for the springtime, you
Oh,
know,
okay,
that
okay.
kind of thing. Like,
Okay.
I'm always like open to those ideas.
Okay,
And I
yeah.
buy from like Lansing Scent Company. They do
Okay.
simmer pots and cool like bath salts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like I am getting some local products. right
Okay.
now.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to look at what I got.
Or if you're not selling anything, if you got something that's not selling at all, I could buy it from you and put it in my boxes.
Oh, I should do that.
You know what I mean?
I'm like, yeah, because there's some things. Like, I'm like, I need to get rid of this. But you spend a lot of money on stuff like, oh, this is just not working. Like I bought stuff for like college kids on East Lansing. And I'm like, they probably want to have. They have not bought it. And I'm like, oh, we're just doing it. Like, what do I have? I have like kind of like silk pillows, which I got from Fair.
Pillowcases,
Yup.
yeah.
I'm like, because that helps your hair, that helps your skin. East Lansing, no. But that's a different thing when they're college kids, so I have to get things that in my head what college kids want. That's not what they want. They don't
How much did you
care.
pay for those?
Oh, I got it from Fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were like I think like a 2-pack for like $15 or something.
I think I got the single pack.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the single pack, but it's been so long. I'm like, I don't remember how much it was. But my West Side location, these are more grown adults, older people, so they sell like crazy. So I'm like, yeah, East Lansing. I'm like, it's much harder to sell product. I don't know how people have just a shop of just products. Like, I don't know how they're selling it.
Have you made any mistakes yet, really?
Yeah, all the time.
But like ones that you're like, oh no, or like they've been like incremental enough that you've been able to learn and pivot and kind of keep going.
I'm trying to think what I have.
It seems like you're just taking these kind of like small hits that are helpful.
No, I mean, I probably did some craziness. So we just recently switched our booking system from Vagaro to Square just past June. And we have a lot of clients. So we had to close down our booking thing. And because Vagaro was just like not making us happy at all. And yeah, we had to close it down. People could not book online or anything. Like, it was a mess. And then we had to transfer our appointments over. It was like over 100 appointments that we had to transfer over. So that's stressful. So we had to do that. And people was like not happy about it. Like, I don't understand. And I'm like, I mean, I don't know what you want to do. And then that first week, us trying to figure out how to use this book system was a mess. Like, because we didn't know what we was doing. Then they asked me, I'm like, I don't know. I was on the phone probably every single day for an hour with Square trying to figure out. So that was stressful. But after I did it, it's like,
I
it's
just
fine.
switched from a .net to a .com, and then like subscriptions have been missed, or like the
Oh, yeah.
transfer correctly.
I do that all the time. Like, East Lansing doesn't have like auto pay with a lot of this stuff, like the trash that we have. So I'll forget to pay it because I'm like, I'm not used to. I'm like, it's $34, but I don't remember to pay it. But you guys don't have online thing. They was like, you could just pay ahead. I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do. Like,
Right.
why would you just save the card? So like, they'll go take the trash and I'm like, oh, the key's not working. I'm like, okay, I gotta go pay it. Hold on, and I'll tell them like, then I'll pay it. But it's just like simple stuff like that. But that's on them. I feel like you guys have a lot of businesses, and I think you guys should have auto pay by now. Simple things like that. I try to think of. I mean, it's a part of doing business. Like, I think about quitting all the time, but I'm like, what am I gonna? Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, why did I choose to work for myself? I think I would be a great employee.
I'm unemployable. I am. Like,
Really?
Yes, I am. I mean, I was a free employee for a long time, but like, I just walk in and like, I was working for the state of Michigan when I got out of college for the state police.
Okay.
And I really liked the work I was doing, but the thing is that it's so like military in there. It's all about like who has seniority. Like,
Yes.
I cannot sit here for 10 years before
Yeah.
my opinion matters.
Right, I know,
Like,
that
don't
did some
give a shit
jobs.
Who you are? Like,
Yeah.
I'm right about this in your phone. I can't. Like, I need to be able to call
Really?
shots. I really do.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like I think I've been a decent employee because I pick up shifts. I like work really hard. And
Work hard, but
then
I'm just too.
I know, and then I get annoyed because like when I worked at Buffalo Mobs, I'm like, why would they take this off the menu? This is everyone's favorite. Like, it doesn't even make sense. But then now that I'm my own business, I'm like, oh, okay, I see why maybe it costs too much. Because then I get the same pushback from my employees, like, why did we switch this? I'm like, because it's costing me a lot of money now that we're using more. Before it was cool. and things like that. Or now that I'm trying to switch to everything in my studio I get from Alibaba, trying to do shape from Alibaba, my own label, my own everything. We've gotten so much pushback from our employees about, oh, I don't know. I'm like, why am I going to, Stacy, who's getting the shape from Alibaba anyway? She's not hand making this.
Yeah.
There's no way she's literally making hand wax.
Right.
She's getting it, just putting her label in, and we're just buying it. So I'm just skipping her out, and I'm going to, and then it costs less, like pennies on the dollar. Like our wax costs $9 a pound. From Alibaba, I think it's like $4 a pound, and I'm getting 100 pounds. So I'm cutting my margin huge.
But then the shipping cost is really
That's whipped and
high.
shooting.
Really?
Yes. So what I normally do is I ask them for the quote, and then they're like, it does take longer. The bad thing is, like wax or heavier products, it does take longer. So right now I just order my wax from them for next month because it takes 30 days.
Okay.
So that's the only problem. So what I do is I say, how much is this? And they'll tell me how much it is per item. So how much is shipping?
Yeah.
And then I just add that up together and I divide how many they give me, and then I just see what I pay now, and I'm like, okay, this is cheaper. But it has to be a big difference. I'm not gonna pay $1 difference.
Yeah.
Because now it's not saving really me time. So, and with Alibaba, you have to go through multiple people. Don't just pick the first one you see. There's probably like 6 of them that does the next same thing. One of them is gonna work with you. Like I've done it all the time. I literally like, is there any way can I get a lower minimum quantity order or whatever? And they're like, yeah, if you order XYZ, sure, no problem. I ask them if they can't do it. I go to someone else, and I tell them, like, you have the power.
To like deal a little bit more.
You have the power all the time, especially when you start ordering more and more. I switched from. What did I switch from? I switched from our old wax that we used to have. I switched from them because with my second location we started ordering a lot more. So then I'm like, they're not giving me a cheaper price the more I order, and I'm like, the more I order, you should give me a cheaper. Like I've capped out at their cheapest price. So I just switched to another brand. They personally called me and said, hey, just want to let you know, like, we have a 30% off coupon. I'm good. So I just switched to them, and I did that with someone else too. I just told them, like, can you make it cheaper? And they're like, no. I was like, okay, no problem, that's fine. And I just go to somewhere else, and then they're like, you didn't want to make it cheaper. You stuck in your price, which is totally fine. But now you lost my $500. Now I'm giving that $500 on. Now you're getting $0. So you have the power. Don't let make people think you can't. I do that all the time.
Interesting. I kind of got burned from Alibaba. Not really burned, but the boxes were so much less expensive. Because like getting custom boxes is
expensive. I know.
It's like $3, $3.50 here. From Alibaba, it was only like $1.75. But the shipping was twice the price.
Yes.
So it ended up being like I broke even and I didn't buy local, which I kind of felt bad about. Oh well.
I know, but if you are,
but they're enormous boxes.
I know.
I mean, so it's like
it sucks, and I know people. You try to stay on buy local, buy small, but they cap out. If you're trying to be like a Target, Walmart, European Wax Center, you're not gonna be able to use them. None of them do. Like if you literally look at, they don't use it at all. It's kind of hard, unless you're gonna employ someone who wants to. That's what they do, is make them boxes. Yeah, it's you're gonna cap out eventually, and you're gonna realize that I'm like, oh, I gotta make that shift.
And then by then, had I capped out, I would have had so many customers who would expect it to be like fair trade, women owned.
People say they want small, local. They really don't. We live in the market now. It has to be done quick, fast, as soon as possible. Like Amazon is the prime example of they have small businesses on their website, but they do the shipping fast. Like, so people don't feel bad, but you're buying from Amazon. Why don't you buy from someone else? Or why won't you just go directly to that person versus going to Amazon, because the shipping's faster? That person will take months to come.
Are you selling on Amazon?
No, I'm not. I know some people who do, and they do it well.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that far into e-commerce. I'm trying to understand it.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, e-commerce is a whole nother business. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I mean, I'm learning it as I go.
I'm a service-based business. If you have a service-based business, I got you. But I know that like the back of my hand. E-commerce, I'm still learning it. Like, I just rebuilt my website to combine the two. Actually have like a thing where you can, buy, ship, delivery, and pick up. Finally got that down. I did a lot more, but that's been my goal this whole year, is that, because it's not easy.
Lansing Scent Company is a cool small business that you might have some synergy with. She does
What's it called? Lansing
Scent Company.
Oh, Scent Company.
Yes. her thing started as like simmer pots, which is like cinnamon and dried orange peels that you can put on a stove to make your house smell nice.
Oh, okay.
But then she also does like wax melts and bath salts and things like that. And she's basically all e-commerce.
Okay.
And she started selling on Amazon because she got advice like, if you're not using every distribution channel available to you,
You're
you're
not
missing
winning.
out. Right. And so she did, and she's like, I got 15 orders the first day, which is fascinating. You know, she's a teacher. She's really, really nice.
So I know with e-commerce, you got to make it very easy and very accessible. So if you're not on Facebook shop, Instagram shop, TikTok shop, huge right now.
I know, but I feel weird about that because like just the information security. I started setting one up on TikTok, and they wanted my social security number.
They all gonna want it. Yeah, they just gotta
Like,
prove
you
one.
can have my EIN.
They gotta prove that it's you. I know. And I think they probably give you. It probably has to do with tax services. But honestly, your information is on the internet already. I could probably find out where you live just by googling your name. So I'm like, unless you live on the rock, everyone's information.
Just, like,
you know,
get
like
over it
have you ever been to LCC? Lance Community College.
I've been in it. I didn't go there. But
Okay, so Lance Community College this year had a security breach.
Yeah, they did. Right?
So my social security number is out there somewhere with my whole address. It is what it is. You know how many breaches there's been, Facebook breaches. Like, it's just gonna happen. I just pray every day that no one uses it. But if they do, I mean, oh well. That's how I think about it. I don't be scared. Like, it is what it is. Especially when you're in business, people are gonna find stuff. Like, and people aren't as crazy as we think. Like my one in New York. When I lived in New York, I actually did makeup a lot, and I didn't have a shop, so I just put my grandma's address. So when people would Google it, it would just show up her house. It's still up there, and no one's ever came to her house ever. No, they probably just like, oh, they probably think it's the wrong address because it's a business name, and they're probably looking at it like, this is so weird.
That's crazy. You put a lot of big close today.
I'm telling you, but
Crazy. Then we think I'm writing that down too.
like you have to make it accessible. So like I just set up Facebook, Instagram shop.
How long does that take you?
Well, I have Square. If you don't have, I don't know. I will say Square is like perfect. It does everything you need to do. Honestly,
Really?
I used to have like a lot of little different things to use with my own booking system. I don't need that anymore. Square has been amazing. It connects. Square automatically connects to here. So any updates you do on the Square side, it automatically updates everywhere. I don't have to worry about updating it there, then updating here, then updating here. I like it easy. I know it will be a headache to move all that because it took me like a month to move everything. It was stressful, yeah, but it was so much easier. My website is Square because Square gives you a free website, so I'm paying less money because they also have so much and it's just in the price already. So I pay. My booking system before was $500. I pay like $175 for everything because I don't pay for the website anymore. I don't pay for the booking system. I don't pay for anything. Yeah, I know. It will be a headache. I know. I wish I did too because I paid the yearly for Wix and I did not get my money back for that.
No.
So, but it was worth it because if I go to my site now.
Okay, I'm gonna go to it too.
So if I go to my website now, it's so much simpler.
Pink.
Yep, pink. Pop-up offer.
So cute.
Yep.
I love it. The little. There's the pop-up.
Yep.
Yep.
And then, as soon as you go there, it pops up offer. Then Square automatically has the like products, everything like that. You can do events if you want to do events. Boom, my
I saw the
Instagram.
best t-shirt yesterday at Planet Fitness. It was this guy, and he's like, his t-shirt said, "Minded my black-owned business."
I know, I've seen that before. If I go to shop, where's my shop? Okay, if I go to shop products.
Free facial party sold out.
Yep. See?
You.
And then all I hear.
Retinol pads. Oh, cool.
It's already here. Then Square automatically offers delivery. They connect with DoorDash, so you can enable that to where they pay for the delivery. I'm telling you, Square has updated. They offer Afterpay. If you don't have Afterpay as a business, you're losing. Afterpay is they can pay for it and then they split it up.
Oh,
So you get the money. No, you get the money immediately.
So they
they
finance
just
it for
pay.
them,
Yeah.
basically.
So for people who don't have money, there we go.
Wow.
They have shipping, local delivery. They can pick up. And this is the same stock. So if they sell everything I own in the store, it's gonna say all out of stock online. I don't have to do anything extra.
And then this updates Facebook for you, your Facebook shop.
Yep, Facebook shop, Instagram shop. There's some things, it'll tell you if it doesn't transfer over, because there's some products that's on here that won't go over to the shop, but it tells you why it won't. Like if it doesn't have a photo or something or a product description, it won't. I'm trying to update my product descriptions as well now. I just updated all my photos. And this is a Square website, but it's very simple.
Photos? Or do you have somebody do it for you?
Yeah, the front ones, these little plain ones, we did ourselves.
You just saw it on iPhone?
Yeah, yep.
Are you using CapCut for your videos?
I'm just on my regular iPhone, and I just go to Instagram or TikTok and actually just do it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the platforms where you can post all at once, like Hootsuite or Metricool or later, the problem with them is that
It doesn't really work.
no.
No, so I literally, if I post on Facebook, I literally go to Facebook. The only thing that connects really well is Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, that's it.
So I just use Instagram, Facebook. My TikTok is mainly video. So if I have a video, which is rare, I post on TikTok. And I have a good following. I'm like 10,000 people on TikTok. I need to leverage that more. But yeah, I just don't know how to make that many videos. But yeah, we use TikTok a lot. Like if you want to sell out of your boxes, you need to be using TikTok.
I do, but I suck at it.
It does. Do you post every single day?
No.
Twice a day? That's why you suck at it. It does not matter the content. It does not have to be a cool, crazy video. I'm gonna show you. I got a video.
Yeah, I did not post anything.
I post all type of stuff, but we got a video of us doing
That is
distraction.
like so. I mean, people love that though.
Okay, but that one
Come
went
on,
crazy.
that's
But
great.
but I've done my son.
Oh my God! Look at him. The egg thing. Oh, is he upset? Oh no.
He didn't like it.
Don't do that.
He didn't like it. We've
My daughter's
done.
5 too.
See, yeah, you gotta utilize them. Everyone loves
Oh my
kids.
gosh.
There was a
Poor girl.
TikTok trend that, and then I like listening to 90s R&B during facials. So when I say you have to like just do random stuff,
Yeah.
and then I had one. My team did this one.
So I'm gonna add a little pressure now, sir. It's perfectly natural.
But you have to be consistent on it. If you're not consistent, because like that video I didn't post in a long time, so I get low views. You have to post a lot. One person you should listen to is Gary Vee. Do you ever listen to Gary Vee?
I do. Yeah.
When he says you need to post like crazy, you do. Because I've been posting on my Instagram like crazy, and I get more views, contents, and everything because I'm posting literally 2 to 3 times a day.
Good God.
And I'm literally like, oh shoot, I didn't post in like 5 hours. What can I post? And I'm literally, but I stopped thinking that I had to create the content. There's so much content out there. I was so this post that you said, I just went to here. We usually here. If I can find it pink, that's what I look for. If I don't find it pink, I'm not gonna do it. I just say skincare tips because that's what people are looking for. That's what I do. I go to skincare tips. As soon as the little boom, all these skincare tips come up. Now, if you have the extra time, you could just literally take this and just recreate it if you want. But I don't have the time, so I just look for stuff like this. Okay, this is pink. That's what I look for immediately.
You just
Pink.
share it.
Screenshot, share it. This is all someone else's. See, this is someone else's because her tag is down here, but people don't even notice that. You would never notice that. I make my own flyers and stuff like that. So I try to do half service, half product. So I'm like, okay, I did like 2 products. So I'm like, okay, today I need to share a service. Granted, I do have a team, so they have a lot of services, so I have a lot to choose from. So I knew this morning, I posted, this was 3 hours ago. Probably a little later, I'm going to post something, a service, because I try to alternate. So I did service, product, update. So I'm going to do a service, and then I'm going to try to think something product-wise. I'm like constantly just like, what can I do? Then I'm
But is
like,
it creating sales for you?
yeah, so I had my first online purchase and pickup in the last month.
That's somebody that you didn't know.
No. And I've never had an online order ever. To the point where I was like, how do I do this?
Yeah. So like, okay, so you've been like hustling with.
Yeah,
this.
I've been trying to
You
think of
just
different
only got
stuff.
one seller.
This was from yesterday. A client tagged us in there. I reshared that. Same thing, reshared. These 4 clients yesterday just tagged us, and I think literally because she tagged us first. This was a client that was in the morning. I think she only did it because she saw someone else do it. So they want to be a part of, oh, okay, I want to be shared.
Is it Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Okay.
And it goes straight to Facebook. So I don't even worry about my Facebook. And then my team shares their stuff. Anytime I see their stuff shared for the day, I put it on our corporate one. And then I do updates on the story. And then I said, simple as this. Are you a lash check that needs same-day delivery, shipping, or local pickup? Swipe. Okay, what am I swiping? Oh, there's lash bonder, lash shampoo, lashes. And I said, all available at. But you got to make it easy. Go right to the link.
How do you do that? How do you put a link in the picture?
It's Instagram just automatically does. So like if I took a picture like that. Okay, so then I go to here. Then I go link. I go to the website. Or if you have the TikTok shop, shopping, products.
Oh my gosh.
Hello, lash fan, boom. So it makes it easy for them because all they're gonna do is go right to this product and it goes right to the shop. That's why I said to Square. Square is so much better.
Okay, so and I put it in, so I'm on Instagram right now. So when I go to post.
Yep. Oh no, you're in the post. You could do that too,
Okay.
if you want, but you're gonna go here and put in a story
And that's where I put the link.
because you have to make it easy. People don't want hard. If you make it easy to buy, more people are gonna buy it.
Okay, so then I do the sticker thing.
Yep, sticker.
And that's where I put the link.
Yep. Yes. You have to be up on social media. You have to make it easy. People make it so hard. One thing I learned when I was in the makeup industry was that, you know, a lot of people in the bridal industry, they will make their website so beautiful, but they'll forget their contact information. Or how can I contact you? But that's because we don't think of stuff like that. But to the point where I put it on every single page, and people was booking me. I'm like, yeah, because I made it easy.
Interesting.
If I have to scroll all the way to the top to go find your contact, you're making it too hard. I'm gonna go to the next one. Like, you're making it too hard. So as soon as I need to be so like I made it easy. So late night, you know, when late night we're scrolling. Okay, I'm scrolling. Oh, this is such a good thing. Oh, it says view shop. They can buy straight from here. Add to cart. Buy now. Boom. I don't have to get up. Same thing with my website.
Feel older than I do right now.
So same thing with my website.
I'm too young to not have to do this stuff.
So let's put this in the cart. Add to
my
cart.
makeup came off my.
Oh, it's okay. I added it to cart. Go here. Okay, hang on. Scrolling.
Babe.
So if I go to continue
What?
payment, scroll. Whenever this goes.
You have good service right now.
I know it's crap service over here. I do actually. I can add this to carts. Add this to cart. Continue payment. Boom, look, continue payment. Let me go to Apple Pay. I just hurry up and
Sold.
pay it
Just
quick. That would if I had good service, that would have been 10 seconds. If I have to sit here and type out my information, okay, good, I typed all in. Now I got to look here. Where's the card? I'm laying in bed. I'm not getting up.
Yeah,
Forget it. I'm not getting up. And then if you say forget it, you need to have on your back end that says abandoned cart.
I know, but I feel guilty about adding like incentives for that.
Absolutely not.
Really?
Because it's either you get some money or you get nothing.
But then, like, I feel like if somebody gets it, like, oh, like, I'm not gonna pay full price for this ever. So then they always want to wait till they have a discount to buy it.
No, they will forget. It's weird. We got so much. I just learned yesterday. Well, I think we get like 90 gigabytes of information a day. I think within the first hour we lose half of that. Then after 24 hours we lose 60% of it. Then after 40 hours we lose like 80% of it. Like, we start losing information. So much information getting thrown at us nowadays that you're not gonna remember. Now something like me, because I shop all the time at certain places, I may remember, but I'm rare. I'm a business owner. I know little things like that. But like one place I buy my wax from, I always go checking my email. I'm like, I know they sent me a coupon. So I'll try all those coupons. Or I remember there was one time I went to them and they forgot to take off their coupon. Like, it said expires at this time. It didn't expire. So I used it. Or I'll do something like it says, save 2023. And save it's next year. I'll use that same 2023, but I'll change it to 2024 because the next works. But I'm a business owner. But most people aren't thinking like me. Most people are not thinking like me. I'm the rare person.
Dude.
Most people are not gonna remember that being a card.
Do you know Donald Miller?
No.
He's really cool. He's got a bunch of ebooks and stuff. He's like a marketing whiz, right?
Okay.
And his like theory is he started out in Hollywood working with movies.
Uh-huh.
And what he recognizes, like every single story period has this. It has a character who encounters a problem, who meets a guide
That fixes
who
it.
helps the character from like the brink of failure into success. He's like, this is how all stories are built. Businesses should do this. So instead of many product-based businesses make themselves the hero of the story, the customer is the hero of the story for his like premise. And so he's like, instead of like talking all about the benefits of your product, talk about your customer's problems.
Absolutely.
And that's what you were saying, right?
Yeah, I was saying, find the problem.
Yeah.
So all your marketing, and I'm trying to do better at it and stuff like that. It's like, think of what is it that people ask? Because people probably ask you the same questions. I know they do. They ask you the same questions like, oh, what is this for?
Yeah.
So you need to do content on all the questions they ask you and constantly use it. So people always ask me, that's why I posted about the products. People always ask me, how much product should you use? Boom, I need to post that. And then have the link to it. So as soon as they go here, it has all products that they listed in there. Sunscreen, serums, all right here ready for them to buy. Services, services is different because they see what they want. They wanted the exact same thing. So they'll come to us because they're like, oh, I want that really bad, so I'm going to come and get it. Yeah, same thing with this one. I said attention lash techs and lash supplies available locally. That's a problem because most people buy stuff not locally. Now you have it here. So I do the same thing. You got to find the problem and fix it with a solution. And what I started doing is like on my phone right here, it says process. Oh no, this one is not process. Let me see. Questions for content. Now I have not filled it out, but question for content is all the questions that people ask me all the time, every single time. And I try to put that there. And no one really asked me a question, to be honest. Like, it's a question that people always ask me. How long, how many times do I need to get a facial? That's a question I get asked all the time.
What is the answer to that, by the way?
If you have no skin issues, it's like at least once a month. Once a month. If you absolutely can't afford once a month, once a season, because our skin changes per season.
Really?
Boom. So that's a content video. Then if you want to do it on TikTok, make it a funny little thing. I don't know, look for the scroll and then think your head and back head like, okay, that was funny. Can I make that into something? So like one of the videos we said we're going to do is here. Okay, this is one of the video.
Christina! Christina's gone.
Is that from Grey's Anatomy?
Oh no, that's from
Christina.
one of Tyler Perry's movies or whatever like that. But then I'm gonna put, so he said, new students are used to being babied by their old teachers. I'm gonna put when our clients come and say my old esthetician used to. Christina's gone. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Exactly. So we're gonna do something like that. So when you're scrolling on TikTok, that's what I always have in my head. And if I'm laughing at it, I'm like, oh, how can I twist this into a Skin Studio funny thing and just constantly do that? My whole team does it. So that sound that you saw earlier with my other team member, that was on TikTok for someone else doing something else. But she found the way. I would never thought of that, but still. But you just send it to people and just start thinking in the back of your head. And that's how you make video content that's funny. Because people, if you can make them laugh, you can deal with their emotions, make them laugh, make them cry, or anything like that, they're going to buy. And then FOMO is another thing. If you post people doing reviews, so your customers, like 15 that you have, ask them to send a video and, hey, can you send a video and saying why you love my products? Use that as content. And if, you're getting a hard time for people not wanting to buy, do a giveaway. It's not an actual giveaway, but, you can tell one of your friends, I'm going to pick you, but you didn't actually win. Do one of those. And then that's what you send a newsletter. Do you want to win a free box? And then inquire about it. And then you say, send me a video. And then at least 10 people are going to send you a video because they want to win a big box. And it doesn't cost them but a couple seconds. So you got to make them want to do it. Because sometimes you can ask, they're not going to do it. But if you put a little, get a free box or here's a coupon code, then they'll do it. I mean, I know we think about the money, but that little discount is going to help you get even more money later.
And it's cheaper than like a commercial.
It-
Do you need
100%.
paid ads?
Very rare.
Yeah.
When I first started, zero paid ads.
Huh.
None. I think I just started doing paid ads. I think for me, my paid ads work as far as social media, Facebook, and Instagram. Like doing paid ads on that. But even now, I'm not even spending a couple hundred.
Really?
No, I don't spend barely anything. Word of mouth, constant on social media. For you, I think for you will be influencers. It's gonna be hard. But if you listen to Gary Vee, I'm telling you,
Okay.
that's who you need to really pay attention to. You could do influencers, but you're not doing influencers as far as like big people. You're doing small ones. Right now, probably will be local because everyone's into local. Who are big people locally that you can think of that have a lot of followers or a lot of people you can think of that like, oh, they have my target market, and you know. I'm not, don't choose me because I don't have the time. But if you choose me, I deal with women all day. Your market is women. That's what you need to look at. Or, what's her name? Lauren from Curvaceous Lingerie?
Palmer.
Yes.
I love her.
Her market is women. Only women, honestly.
True.
You need to ask her, like, hey, do you mind we did a video together? Or do you mind, you know, I'll give you a free box every month if you can promote it? Or what is your cost if you can do just 1 or 2 videos, blah, blah, blah. She's not going to charge you thousands of dollars. It may be $100 maybe. But
She is great though. That's a good.
that's who helped me honestly do all this. Because she's on my Athena Power Link. So I ask her all the time. So she's another good person. But
She's so cool.
She's
I didn't
amazing.
know that she was like that.
no, she can do really good marketing. She doesn't think she can. I'm like, yeah, she reshaped my entire business.
Wow.
Because I want to see if I can see my whole website. No.
She does have a bunch of followers.
She actually almost got an award. She does good social media TikTok stuff too.
Does she really?
Dang, where's I want to see if I can
Crimes against boobs.
See?
I love her. Yeah, she just reposted yesterday.
She posts a lot too.
Huh.
But I know she said she has someone else that she has on her team. And that's another thing as far as business owner needs to start learning is that if you can't do it, who can you hire? You can't do everything at all. I've learned that. So now with my team members, I'm like, okay, I can't do everything. So I even just started having one of my team members do interviews. Like I'll pull the
For employees?
Yeah, I was doing it. She was like, no, let me do it because I got to work with them. I was like, that's true. I'm just picking people just because we need them.
That's a good point.
Yeah, who can you have on your team? Your kids, your spouse, your friends. My friend who does my newsletter now is my best friend. I said, you can get all the free services you want. And she said, okay.
Really?
Because she does the newsletter for the governor now.
Oh my gosh.
And they do it once a month. She was like, oh, I can definitely do it. She was like, and then she started doing it. She was like, I love doing this. It gets me into my creative side because working in the state of Michigan, it's not creative at all. And I was like, oh, one win-win. And then she gets free lashes and wax and all the free services.
She loves it.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
And she does a good job. Now, I'll send her funny things like send this to your fiance. But that's because I noticed it. But she actually built it out for me.
No way.
So I send it to your fiance. And then she changed it to say, forward this to your bestie. I would have never thought of that. My mom is my receptionist. She works 7 days a week. I pay her $200. Well, $200 per location. But she works from home at the state of Michigan. She's like, I'm not doing anything. I don't talk to clients or anything.
Wow.
And she answers the phone for
A
me.
little side hustle.
Yeah,
Does the phone ring a lot?
that she does. Some days it's like a lot. Other days it's like nothing.
Huh.
So it's cheaper for me to have someone that can just answer the phone because I'm like, I'm paying you just to sit here some days. Well, a lot of the days.
Well, that makes a ton of sense.
So who can you leverage? Talk to your friends. I bet you they want to help you.
I used to have these lists of women when I started this, and I categorized them, and it was great. But then I got so into the startup process.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just kind of now I feel like I understand a little bit more what I'm doing, and I
Yeah.
have the ability to wrap my arms around the channels I need to be focusing on.
Yeah, like if you're not that good at it, I don't know, let's say newsletter, you're not that good at it, okay, send it to someone now. If they're not good at it now, take that job away from them or give it to someone else. But it shouldn't be no hard feelings. Like if my friend wasn't doing a good job, I'm like, okay, I don't think she would feel bad. Like, okay, you're just not doing a good job. Bye. And stuff like that. But you just gotta leverage people around you, you know.
I think honestly the message I'm getting from this is like I gotta hustle more. And then not that I don't feel judged or anything.
No.
But like I have a lot of opportunity where I can be better with my time. Like I do. I mean, like I'm fitting in. Yeah, I can do more. I just
Honestly, I feel the same way. I feel like the same way. I'm like, when I'm scrolling on TikTok for 4 hours straight, I'm like, I probably should have did what I needed to do. Like last night, I think I scrolled on TikTok for 2 hours, but I was exhausted from work all day. And I was like, I needed a break.
you gotta break.
But I was like, dang, I was supposed to order some business cards for today. But I ordered it at FedEx. So I'm like, okay, I guess I did it. But I think it would have been more effective if I would have did it last night, you know? Stuff like that. But, I mean, that's really what it is. If you ever look to Eric Thomas, and he always talks about his story of, you know, him growing up in the worst part of Detroit, Chicago, and he ended up homeless and all this other stuff. He was just like, I wasn't smart enough in the books, but I leveraged my time. He wakes up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day for years now. And he is like, I wish I had Eric Thomas in my life, because he does not play. Like, he really does. Like, he leverages his time, and that's what it is. It's not really about it's really not about the product, the service you provide. What can you give them in that time? So if me and you are working together at a job, if I can get there earlier than you and stay later, I bet you I'm probably get more praise than you will. I'll probably grow higher. That's with everything in life. So when people are like, oh, Lord, you go so hard, I'm like, well, yeah, because I mean,
Trying to win.
yeah, exactly. It's a race at this point. And to me, I was like, I don't do a different service that most people in Atlanta aren't doing, but I'm trying to do it a little different. I'm leveraging my time. So yes, we're going to be at these pop-ups because that's where people are. I'm going to meet them where they are. I'm not going to sit here and be at a shop and say, come to me. That's not going to happen. So I'll try to do stuff that most people aren't. And I've noticed that since I've been here, I started seeing more people like step their game up. I'm like, well, nah. To me, I'm very competitive. You're never going to beat me. Never. I will break my legs and still, I broke my leg and still was here. Like, I don't use anything as excuse. It's just, you know, the devil didn't want me to do it, but that doesn't matter. I'm still going to come. Like, you got to think of it that way. I don't know. I'm just really competitive. So if I start seeing another business leveling up, I'm like, oh no, we got to get, I'll stay up 5 days in a row if I need to get my stuff together.
Oh my gosh, and I do not. Like, I don't. But I think part of it is like my family. You know, I really want to be like the one who's like the anchor, like the peaceful one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who's like there and filling these people's buckets. And
yeah, but I don't know. For me, I'm just like, I only have one life to live, and I don't know. I gotta do what I want to do. If I want to do my business, I want to do my business. And like I said, you know, I'm still trying to be a mom, so I bring him along. Like, why can't you come with me? You know, like yesterday he was at work with me for like 2 hours. You know, my mom dropped him off. He's here with me. Like, I don't know, I'm obsessed with it. And then my mom was like, you have to spend time with him. I'm like, I do spend time with him. He's like, no, you have to take him. I'm like, he's going to thank me later.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to be thanking me later when we're rich and mommy doesn't have to work anymore. Now she can go to every job, every football game, every basketball game versus me working a 9 to 5 and then hoping I can make it to your game or hoping I don't have work. Like, he doesn't understand now because he's little, but when I get older, he's gonna be like, "Thank you."
To like not be trading your time for dollars.
Yeah, I'm like, I chose to do this job, and I always tell him like, if I don't go, no one else is gonna go. So what do you want me to do? And so, but my mom works in corporate America. She doesn't. My mom's the opposite of me. She's not my mindset at all. She's okay with, like, during COVID, she was okay like, we had to wear our masks, we cannot leave, and I'm just like, I'm going to my friend's house, leave me alone. So she's the opposite. She's a person that needs rules, has rules. She will not break on me. I'm a free spirit. I have to look at the rules. Maybe they are there for certain things, but I don't care. So we're the opposite. So we always clash all the time. But I'm like, but then she sees the vision later. Like, my mom did not believe in this vision at all. Not even a little bit. She literally told me, she was like, well, yeah, you can open up the shop, and then come January when the pandemic's over, you can go back to your regular job. You're working for me now. That's what I told her. Like, exactly. You're working for me. And I was supposed to be a doctor. I was going to school. I was going to be a doctor. I was in the pre-med classes. I got to the early college. And I told her, I was like, I think I want to do makeup. None of my family was not happy. They were like, why? Then that's not a real job. Even my aunt, she literally told me, like, you're not going to make money in this. I have 2 shops later. Oh, okay. Now they're rooting for me so hardcore. Yeah, I thought so. I'm like, I don't believe anything you say. When I worked at Sparrow, one lady, her son was like autistic, and he ended up in the hospital. And she was like, "Oh, what do you do?" I was just like, "Yeah, I was like, I work here or whatever." I'm like, "I'm here per diem though, because I do makeup." She was like, "Yeah, that's not a real job. You might want to find a plan A. That's like a plan B." I still remember that lady to this day. If I ever see her, this is my plan A. I don't have a plan B.
Remember how you responded in the moment?
I was like, no. I was like, I'm actually making real money now. Like, I only picked this up because I didn't have no job today. But I actually make more money doing that than doing this. But, I mean, that's fine. I can't get mad at... I know, it makes me mad because people make it things like these are real jobs. But I think of T.D. Jakes once said this. It's like, there's a turtle perspective and a giraffe perspective. I can't get upset that you see from a turtle perspective. Yeah, and I'm like, these are turtles. Like, I don't ever get my mom mad or anything. I just learned how to play it. So anything I do, I don't tell her. When I opened up East Lansing, I did not tell her because she would not believe me. She would try to not purposely knock it down, but try to deter me away. I don't have time for that.
Who you put
I literally I'll tell my best friend. She's like, "Oh, that's such a good idea." Like, my best friend, she'll say it fine. She'll help me. She'll do whatever. She was there when I opened my first shop, helping me paint. Have no problem. My mom, I literally told her, and she was just like, "Yeah, how much is it?" I'm like, well, it's too late. I already put the deposit down, and I already signed the contract. So there's no going back. She was like, can you afford that? So I don't know, but we're going to find out. And look, 2 shops later. I'm like, so you can't really, that's why I don't tell her everything. I just wait until later. Even when I told her about Detroit, she's like, and I'm opening up shop. I've already opened it too. And she's like, yeah, you might want to make sure you find people you can trust because, Detroit's a whole, and I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, no problem. I said, I'll talk to you later.
Phrase, that whole concept of know who you should announce arrivals to, not departures.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah, once the plane's landed, then I'll tell you.
Literally, you have to do that. You have to I accept people who they are. Like, in my friend group, a lot of them get upset because, she never comes. I'm like, but she's been doing that. She never changed who she was. So I don't know why you're expecting her to be something she's not. Like, or, certain things would happen. I'm like, I've been told you that was going to happen. Even when I was in, elementary school, I'm like, I do not like her. I don't know why, but I just don't like her.
Well, intuition is a gift. Though.
Literally.
And, if you don't use it, you'll stop coming to you.
I'm telling you, it will bother you. I'm like, there's something about I just cannot get with it. Yeah. Years later, my friends would hit me up and I'm like, yeah, you were right. She's just not. And I'm like, I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, I just accept the people who they are. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, and I don't get upset because I give them a task and then I know they can't do it and they get mad because they don't do it. Like, we knew that wasn't gonna work. So my mom, I don't tell her. I just wait till it happens. Then she's like, oh, okay. I'm like, eventually you'll learn to stop doubting me, but you have the turtle perspective. I have a giraffe perspective.
But you also figured out that you don't need her to believe in you.
No, I don't. I don't need anybody, honestly. I always tell people that I really don't. I think it came from my grandma. So my grandma more so raised me because my grandma had custody of me. Don't know that whole full story, but she's had custody of me for as long as I remember. And then when I moved to 12, my grandma's from London, England, technically. So she was going back to her country, so she let me move my mom. At the time, my mom moved up here. So I moved here to Lansing. That's how I ended up here. But, my grandma, I never saw her work. But somehow, I never saw her work, complain, or anything like that. But she always had money. So and I never had to go without. So I'm like, I don't know. She was a hard worker too. All the time. She paid all the bills. She was married, but he would bring home the check. She paid all the bills. And then she would do little side hustles. I was so confused on what her job was. Because I was like, I don't even know what you do. But everyone knows you. So fine. So I don't have an excuse. And I just keep going. And then I don't have a plan B. Because I think if you have a plan B, that's going to happen. You just have to have a plan A. If you have a plan A and that's the only plan, you have no choice. So, when I see, sales are going a little bit down, I'm like, oh, shoot, I can't give this up. I've been out of work for 3 years. Where would I work? I probably have to work back at some restaurant. No one would hire. I had no experience for the last few years,
Yeah.
So that would be hard.
Okay, last question.
No,
I've taken 45 more minutes of your time.
It's okay. It's okay. After that,
I was like, I'll buy you more stuff.
No.
Did you do any market research on your volume of customers or customer base before you launched? So you just I just believe that people are gonna come, or did you
So for East Lansing, I did because I wanted to see what was around. Yep. But living in Lansing, I think Lansing has we are better here than most places. People don't value Lansing. I do. I mean sometimes. Sometimes I I hate living in Lansing, nothing to do. That's because no one leverages Lansing like it should be. Lansing's a blank canvas, I promise you. So when I would come here, I listen to the people. Like, people have to pay attention. You have to listen to who's buying, who's here. So anytime I come here, they be like, there's no black esthetician, there's no black esthetician. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm coming here, I'm making like $600 in one day, doing it in my mom's house. And you guys are telling me there's no black esthetician. I kept thinking, like, I should move here. But I was afraid. So I just moved back to New York and then get back in my regular life. Then I come here and happen. So God really wanted to push me. But you have to pay attention to what they're saying. What are your customers saying? You know, same thing with moving to East Lansing. They were saying there's no spa over there at all. So I researched that. Let me make sure. I'm like, yeah, dang, there is none. So I was like, okay,
But you
I
didn't
need
like
to
pay anybody. You didn't pay a firm to do this for you. You
Nah,
didn't take too
Google's
long
free.
To do it. You just like kind of looked into it yourself.
People gotta realize I Google everything. If I don't know what it is,
People gotta know.
literally, when I say I will Google, so when I was like I said, booking system, I was just like, a booking system that has, and I listed all stuff, boom, it'll come up. Like, I can use Google like no other. The book Systemology, I found that book from Google.
Systemology.
Systemology, it's pretty much how you can streamline your business so that eventually if you decide to like not be there for a day, your team knows how to do stuff. So
Like traction, kind of.
yeah, so it has everything you need. Like, I use that now. I use that system now, so where my team, instead of them asking me, I try to put that in the system, and then anyone that's to do can just go in that system, find it. But I literally just happened. I was up for like till 1 o'clock in the morning, just googling like, I need a system where I can train new people, but it has all this other stuff, and that came up. But I'm constantly like rewording. People gotta realize you can't just ask one simple question. If what you're looking for didn't come out on the first 2 pages, okay, reword the question. Think smaller, or think bigger, or whatever the case may be. So I Google. Google's like my best
Can
friend.
you go to my website right now?
Oh.
Just like
Oh, I can tell you.
free flow. Yes. So it's theperiodpickmeup.com, and it's in the middle of like a bunch of revamps. But yes, I want you to like stream of consciousness thoughts.
Oh, this Wi-Fi's crappy.
Oh, no.
No, it's not you. No, this is mine. I was trying to find my other one. A self-care ritual. One thing I would say, perfect.
Oh, I need an offer in there.
Yeah, you need to offer because I'm not going to sign up. I will exit out of it. One thing, I will put a picture of the box up here immediately.
Right away. Okay.
Like, this is cool of you, but I want to know what the box is like. What's in it? I like how it works. That's good. I will probably put the picture of the box and then put what customers are saying more up.
Before the how it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to know. You already got a picture of it, and then as I'm scrolling down more, it's gonna say what customers are saying. Like, boom.
Great feedback.
I will put the contact us because if I have an issue with my box,
Oh, right there.
yeah.
Okay.
Because most people look for that. That's what I look for. Oh, this is cute. You don't have to put this subtitle. Okay. You could put the subtitle like it on your website. I don't know. I've never had WooCommerce before, but you should be able to still have this because it's good to have this type of stuff because it helps with the whole SEO.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to actually be there. It should be like a link that says hide, but it's still there. Yeah. I don't know if that can do it, but I know Square and Wix can do that. Yeah, contact us.
I love that idea about adding customer or like contact us. That was smart. And then I thought that too, like, I think justify it to the left and have the box right there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I need a picture of the box. I'm like, what is it? You need to follow, dang, what is the subscription boxes? You need to find almost every place that has subscription, the big companies, not the small ones. Well, you can follow the small ones, but follow them on social media, what kind of content they're sharing, how, like, when you're scrolling and it says sponsor, what are they sponsoring? Why are people commenting? Then I click on the comments and say, what are they saying? Follow those people, listen to all those things. That will help.
Do you think that the text is too big? I feel like it just like needs to be zoomed out so you can see more in one.
No.
No? You
No,
don't think it's too
you
much?
could probably, you could keep these big. You could probably make this smaller because this is the main points. We have to secure like each box and then make it smaller because then it's like, it's a little bit read more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hit order now?
Oh, order now, yeah.
I personally
Oh,
like,
okay. I like
kinda-
that.
Really? I kind of hate it.
Why?
Because you can't compare the products side by side. So it's like you have to like scroll through like the light, the regular, the super, and I feel like maybe it's just too much work. Like, you don't think so?
I don't think so, because you say select the plan. Okay, so I'm gonna hear. Okay, first thing is price. People really pay. They do pay attention to price, but not really. So it's just like, okay, I see that. Like, what comes with it? 2 to 3 skincare products. Okay. And then I was gonna say, yeah, you have the popular option. I'm gonna say, which one's popular? Because that's what always entices.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, which one is that?
Okay.
And you should have a picture. I don't know if you can have a thing that moves where it opens, close, open, close. I like that because I need to know what's in it, how it looks.
Again, it's that it changes so much.
Yeah, like I need to open, close. I'm like, ooh, that makes me want to buy it more. And now, if you can get your logo a little bit bigger,
Okay.
yeah, on the box.
Well, that's a real picture of an actual box, so I can't.
I don't know later, like your
Okay,
next
more.
one. Yeah, no, don't do it now.
Enlarge logo.
Yup.
I like that idea.
So the first thing is, so these things people want the main things: home, about us, contact us, the shop now, and stuff like that. Because order now is making me feel like I gotta buy it. I'm buying it, but I want to learn more about it.
So shop now instead of order now.
Yeah, it's either should be shop now, or you can change one of these. You can have order now, which is take me directly to where I need to go if I know I want to buy. And one of these subtitles here can be learn more about the boxes or something like that. Because I didn't know this was gonna take me to the part that it took me to. I thought it was gonna have me buy now. I'm like, I don't want to buy now. So that's the only thing that would confuse me. And then the about us, the founders letter.
Should be in the same like option.
Could be, because I'm like, why do you have two?
Yeah, combine them both.
People don't read all that stuff that you typed up. You're beautiful. They're not reading it. I'm telling you, because I'd be so mad. I'm like, I spent so long writing this message, and they don't care. You can have the founder's letter as part of what they get in the box.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because it's so personable, and they can read about it or anything like that.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So you can just completely take down, and that comes in the box. Partners. Instead of partners, you could say become a partner, because I didn't know what partners meant without it. And I'm like, oh, this is for people who want to donate. Yeah, that's perfect.
Become a partner.
Yeah, become a partner.
I did get a couple vendors that way too.
And all of this that you have as media, you can put that in about us. About us, and literally just the logo. And then on the logo, they can click to go to that thing, but you don't have to actually like read more. And people don't care. Like your customer's not gonna care. Social impact.
So your advice generally is like focus a lot more on like the actual purchase experience.
Yeah, because you're focusing more as if I'm an investor. Your website makes me feel like I'm an investor versus a customer. Because if I wanted to buy, that doesn't give me I'm buying or what the product is. It's giving me. It's giving me Skin Studio. It's not saying Lauren should buy, saying what can Skin Studio do for your business. We don't want that. And
That's
you can
so true.
you can turn this off too, to where some of these pages is private, and like that can be in one of your, I want to say media kits or something. Like if somebody wants to learn more and you're sending them an email, copy and paste that this link to that page so they can learn more. You can be like, okay, here's the founder's letter link, and then you can say media link, then social impact link. But these are private, but it's still on your page. That's what makes more sense, because this gives me that. And then the order now, you definitely want something here probably.
Like a picture?
No, an order now, or
Okay.
something I can click on right there. Because say I got into social impact, you gotta think a little dumber.
Actually, it should be on every page. I think that's a mistake on mobile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you gotta dumb it down for them, because they're like, older people, probably my grandma's age, 70, 80, are like, how do you get back to the buy?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna get confused, and then they're gonna get off, stuff like that. But yeah, that's what I would say.
This was the most, I think, honestly helpful 2 hours I spent in my business in like 6 months.
Yeah, because that's what I think about. Try to dumb it down, because you already have the stuff here, the schedule now, photos of what they're getting, photos of the product, and service, like a video that's showing them. They're like, ooh, that looks like they want to buy
I've been
the
shying
words.
away from the videos and photos because they're not professionally done. I don't want it to look like trash.
Do it ugly before you do it perfect. You just see some of my stuff I had before, and that's from Marcus Leslie, not me. Literally, I got here. Does not mean I was like this before at all. I wish I could find my other site, because my other site would take you off my site to book. It would take you off my website to purchase a product, and I needed to find because they're not coming back. So I'm like, that's dumb.
That's dumb.
So like, you need to hear very simple words: about us, book, shop products, events, gift cards, reviews, contacts, gift card. Oh, and I got 2 gift cards. See, I didn't even know that. Gotta fix that. And even see,
Your phone's dying and it is 11:49.
oh, it's okay. I didn't put my phone on the charger last night. Shop products and stuff like that. Like, or they could just, when they hear, they can schedule an appointment. It's Spice and Us, shop now. So you gotta make it very easy because they want to buy, but they don't even have to go to my website to buy. They can go straight to Instagram to see. Like Instagram, you know. Oh, this is because I'm on this side, but
That
you know,
link thing you showed me, like, I cannot
I use it all the
believe
time.
that.
Because I'm telling you, when I
That's
bought,
so smart.
my husband woke up one day and I was like, I just bought a couch last night. I was up to 1 o'clock in the morning. He's asleep, and I was just like, yeah, I just bought. He was like, why? I'm like, I'm sorry. It was just like, it was nice, and I was just scrolling. I didn't have to get up, and I just, did the Apple Pay. I'm telling you, if you don't have that, like, I do not go to Walmart because they don't have Apple Pay at all. I almost never go to Walmart because Apple Pay. I will go to Target. And Target's more expensive, but I always feel my wallet. So if you don't have Apple Pay, I'm not gonna do it. For me, we have Apple Pay, Google Pay. You can accept Cash App.
I have Apple Pay.
You need to have
pretty sure I do, but-
when I first started, I accepted PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Cash, credit card. There was nowhere you're not paying me. I'm getting the money, okay? Now that I'm trying to be a little bit more professional and stuff like that, we accept card, and then we accept Cash App because it's Square. I can do that now because I have all the clientele. Most of the time they're not gonna say no, but I accept everything, even at pop-ups. I had a thing that had the link, the QR code, and I made it very easy. I had the QR code straight to our thing for Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. We accepted card that day with the Square reader, and then I had the Cash App, and I said, how would you like to pay? Like, you got to make it easy. Because if you were like, when I go to pop-ups, and I'm like, yeah, we don't accept card.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, shit, I don't have cash. I'm like, I just can't purchase it right now.
I went and I couldn't take cash. I was like, I don't know how to take. I don't know. I went with Square and it was like, you want to pay me with cash?
It's
I
rare.
can't give you change. I don't know what to tell you.
I know, it's
Yeah.
rare, but you gotta have it because if you think about, like, okay, you think she's gonna have a card? I mean, you think she's more probably cash.
Right.
I accepted check one time. I said I can accept check, just give it to me in advance. Yep. Afterpay I accept because I'm like the college kids. You can't afford $100 right now, but you're gonna split it up into 6 payments. Trust me, there's no way you're not paying me. I'm gonna get
If
you.
I had better margins, I wouldn't be as concerned about all these different things. Just like the fees they take, kind of like.
It's less than 3%.
Is it?
Yeah. So out of $100, it's $2, and then you can claim them $2 on your taxes.
So are you passionate about skin or are you passionate about business?
I know. I was just telling Marcus, that's who I was on the phone with earlier, and he was
Who is that?
Marcus Leslie from Mrs. Leslie Cheesecake. He's my mentor. He was like,
Oh, is he really?
yeah, we have a mentor class, and he was talking to me, and he was like, you're gonna be eventually a motivational speaker, and I'm like, I know, I feel like I am. I enjoy business.
A startup, like you can do those investments.
Well, yeah,
Honestly,
I
that's like-
enjoy business. I don't know, I get it so well, and people make it so complicated. I'm like,
You really do, and there's a couple of kind of like secret investing circles in Lansing.
I know, and I really can see certain things. Like, people will say, I'm not getting a clientele, or people only go shop at things in Lansing that's popular. I'm like, well, when I went on your website to buy, it was hard to do. Like, why would I try to spend money with you and I can't even do it? Like, you're making it very hard. I have 3 ways for you to get your product: delivery, shipping, or pickup. I have 6 ways for you to pay: Google Pay, Square Pay, Amazon Pay, credit card. I'll take cash if you want me to. I'm making it very easy for my clients. If you make it too hard, they're not gonna want to buy. I wouldn't want to buy either. Why would I? Think about it. Yeah, like, unless you're a big company, you can just accept cash, accept card. That's fine. But where none of us is there yet, so you got to.
In
What is
5 years,
it?
I'm gonna be like, I cannot believe that I got to spend 2 hours with Lauren.
I
I cannot believe it.
No, I
Yeah,
enjoy
I
business.
have to go, which is ridiculous
No.
because this has been so like.
You're fine.
Oh my
no,
gosh,
I just
thank
enjoy
you so
business.
much.
I do.
enjoy it too, but you have a whole other like ability to see things clearly, and it's also it's like you can't see the forest through the trees sometimes. Like I like to believe if somebody was doing what I was doing, I could sit down and see some of the things that are kind of like.
You can though because you're a business owner and you're the customer.
Yeah, that's true.
So I pay attention when you shop. When I go to places, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this was so cute. Or, I'm looking at things like they have a sign that says the Wi-Fi password. I'm like, I need a sign like that. Like, because people always asking me for the Wi-Fi password. I just went to European Wax Center. I didn't say who I was. I just went there to see what kind of service.
Nice.
I took pictures and everything like that. I'm like, oh, that's smart. Like, I see how they're doing things. Like, any business I go to, I can promise I can probably find something I can incorporate in my business. Like how they did the writing on the thing. We have chalkboards for pop-ups. I'm like, that is so cute. I need to find someone that does that. Simple things like that. You need to go to every business and think that.
Fascinating.
You literally. And then when people sell me on things, you can never sell me because it's either I want it or I don't. You can never sell me because I have such a business mindset. But they have a good marketing way to sell me, and I still don't want it. I'm like, I don't want it, but keep using that. That was good. I would tell them now, like, I don't want it, but that was a good one.
People don't want to be sold to, but they want to buy stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, that was a good one. I like that.
Huh.
I go to other people's websites all the time and see like, oh, they changed that. Like I can tell you when someone changes something. I'm like, oh, you definitely changed. Even Marcus Leslie. I was like, I seen the switch in your social media. He's like, you did? I was like, I pay attention. I was like, I can see the switch. He's like, good. I've been working. I was like, I can tell. I was like, anybody, if you change anything in your business, and I pay attention to it. I'm like, oh, I can see. You did this. This used to be here. It's not there no more. I like that. You gotta do it that way. Pay attention to every business. You gotta be obsessed with business to have your business. So
I'm obsessed with periods being made better, and that's the other thing is like
you need to show that on your social media. You have to. You have to show that. Like when you're having your period, you need to be showing, oh my God, I'm hurting so bad. Or if you're not that type of person, like,
my
you know,
periods are great now because I take care of them. And the thing people need to know is that if you have a bad period, something's wrong.
So one video you can do when you're in pain, be like, this is the first day and I'm feeling great. However, or when you're doing your makeup in the morning, doing a video, you're sitting here like, this is the first day of my period, doing your makeup, first day of my period, but it has not always been this. Let me tell you how. Boom. Now you're just doing your everyday stuff, but you're telling them about it, or this is one girl who has like a baby holder. You ever seen it on TikTok?
With a cat in it?
No, it's a baby holder. It's a baby holder because she created it because holding newborns is so awkward. It's bad for the baby and it's bad for the parent. She gets this booster. So anytime she's anywhere, she sees someone holding the baby where she's like, hey, do you mind if I record this real quick and I want to give you this free product? So she records the situation, has them try it on, gives the product away, and they'll say, oh my God, this is so much better. That's a marketing. She uses that content constantly on TikTok. And she gives the product away, but that one product that's probably like $70, she probably made a couple hundred off the interaction.
Can I help you hold your baby?
Yeah, she was like, I can hold the baby for you. And she'll show holding the baby and then give the baby back, holding the booster to the point like, I don't have no babies at home, but I'm like, I wish I had that booster. That's the first thing I'm going to think about when I have a baby. Like, I need that booster. She shows how to do it. So you need to do that too. Like, I'm on my period, but I feel fine and stuff like that. Or if you have a friend that texts you and says, I'm on my period, it is so terrible. Screenshot that and say like, my friend texted me today, this is why I do XYZ. I want to XYZ. Everything, you need to be obsessed with that.
I need to be thinking about it a lot.
All the time.
How I can put it on social.
Yeah, you gotta think myself. Follow people who follow you. Like, I know you're not the only business that does this. There's no way. No one's the first person to create it.
The businesses that are doing period subscription boxes are selling like tampons and pads in them. I'm still